again to highly questionable. What do you like best on the show today, Bomani?
Somebody won the Eugene Robinson Award, and I ain't talking about Man of the Year.
Vamos, papi.
What do you take away from Cam Newton saying he doesn't even want to touch on the topic of a black quarterback now?
The confidence of this dude is breathtaking. The most confident person in any room that he walks into, and he's always going to dictate the terms. Listen to this.
I don't even want to touch on the topic of black quarterback because I think this game is bigger than black, white, or even green. So I think we limit ourselves when we just label ourselves just black, this, that, and the third. I wanted to bring awareness because of that. But yeah, I don't think I should be labeled just a black quarterback because it's bigger things in this sport that needs to be accomplished.
Why don't you want to elaborate on it? It's a big issue. Don't you believe?
No, it's not.
The stereotype that a mobile black quarterback cannot throw in the pocket effectively. You don't think that exists?
I think we shouted that a long time ago.
You really believe that? Why don't you back it up and say something?
Why should I back it up?
Because you brought up the topic and it's still an issue in the minds of a lot of
It's not an issue. It's an issue for you.
Okay, it's not just for me. I'm not making choices.
I thought he handled that well. The reporter was kind of badgering him a little bit, and also he dictates the terms. So here's what happens. It's Wednesday. We need something to talk about. The only way for us to talk about this particular issue is for him to put his voice on it in a way that allows us to talk about it. Otherwise, what is there to discuss? I thought he handled that real well.
All right, now his blackness and what it means is a topic of conversation, but I understand why Cam wasn't going for it right there. And the question is, what do you want your legacy to be as a black quarterback? They're talking about winning the Super Bowl right now, and he's the MVP. When Cam Newton says that people are scared of him because he's an African-American quarterback and there's never been a guy like him, there hasn't been anybody like him, period. So the idea of him shattering a stereotype, he can't shatter the stereotype because he's not the one who made it up. If Randall Cunningham didn't shatter it in 1990 and Warren Moon didn't shatter it in 1988, what's he going to do? The stereotype is there because people want it to be there, not because it has a factual basis. And that's the point that you should take away from this.
Boy, that reporter was annoying, wasn't he?
I mean, he was kind of annoying,
he was
right?
annoying.
Yes.
He was lucky Cam Newton didn't leave the podium there and went after him.
Well, one thing about that reporter, he says, why don't you back it up? That went past simply asking for a guy to elaborate. Doesn't sound like all these reporters have enjoyed the Cam Newton as black quarterback coverage of the last week.
Should the LA Rams really consider Peyton Manning as their quarterback next season?
Yeah, man. Our guy Adam Schefter says that the Rams are thinking about this, coming out in LA for the first time since the 90s and having a quarterback that started his career in 1998. How does that sound like a good idea to anybody? Look, there's a Super Bowl going on right now, and Cam Newton has been Superman this year, but there's no question that he's the best quarterback. That's him at 26. We're talking about a Peyton Manning at 38 right now that we have no idea how he's going to play in that Super Bowl. Are you sure that he's a better option than Nick Foles and Case Keenum? Tricky part for the Rams is it might be able to go either way.
It might be. I don't know about that. The argument, if you're going to make it on behalf of this, is you want star power. You want fame. That this isn't about how good your quarterback is. It's about how famous your quarterback is. And all things being equal, Bomani, I don't know. If he is Foles, if he is Keenum, you'd rather take the famous guy while going to a new place while trying to start buzz. Here's the problem with that. Peyton Manning, 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions this season. He might literally be the worst quarterback to ever make a Super Bowl based on those statistics. That's not the guy that you want in your backfield getting older.
By the way, Chad Finn of the Boston Globe did something funny on Twitter. He said, hey, we've got this picture of Peyton Manning with the LA Rams, and he put this up. Except that's Joe Namath at 34. We're talking about Peyton Manning at 39 right now.
You know, if the Rams, they want to sign an old guy to fill the stands, they should sign Kobe Bryant. You know, that's what they should do. Yeah.
I mean, he's right.
That's right.
If it's just about star power, he's very popular in Los Angeles.
Kobe has the best game he's had all year last night, and we got jokes about him talking about Peyton Manning.
If you were Ryan Murphy, how would you feel being sent home from the Super Bowl after only being questioned by police?
Really unfairly targeted. I would feel that this is unjust. I would feel like I'm disposable, that my team doesn't really care about me. Because keep in mind, it's a prostitution sting, and his brother was the one that was questioned. He was just sort of around the entire thing. But this wouldn't be the case, of course, if it were Von Miller or anyone else. Eugene Robinson had a prostitution arrest before the Super Bowl. He played in the game. This is directly proportional to this guy's value. If he had any value, he wouldn't be sent home.
Yeah, but if you're the practice squad, dude, you can't be around. Like, we all understand the rules, and there might be a bright side of this for Ryan Murphy, because I don't know what exactly went on in this situation, but I know the police came, it was a prostitute and 2 dudes, and only one of those dudes got cited. Your brother might be the brother that everybody needs in a situation like that, because if one of us has got to take the charge, I don't give a damn what happened, who did what. That's on you, dog. You got to take this for me, the family, the Shaolin Temple, everybody. He should be able to look at his brother and be like, I'm glad I know I can count on you. And thick and thin, all of it.
If you were a Jets fan, which quarterback would you rather have as your starter, Colin Kaepernick or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
All right, the New York Daily News is reporting that Colin Kaepernick wants out of San Francisco, and he's interested in going to the Jets. I find him wanting out of San Francisco to be interesting because that feels like one of those mutual sort of feelings, if you know what I mean. Why would you want to go to the Jets, though? That's the part that I find to be confusing, because Kaepernick, his mechanics have gotten so bad, he seemed to need a hard system reset, someplace to start over. That's not exactly a nurturing environment there, the New York Jets. That's the part that confuses me above all.
The argument I'd make on that behalf is look at what they made Ryan Fitzpatrick, a career backup, look like last season. Those skill position players are really good. Brandon Marshall would be the best wide receiver that Colin Kaepernick has ever had. The guy is completely unstoppable. They got a good running game. This actually makes some sense just if you want to be in a huddle with better players than the ones you had in San Francisco, because these skill guys are a good deal better than those.
Oh, no, he's more talented than Ryan Fitzpatrick. We can never lose sight of that. But a whole lot of people have been swallowed up by the madness that is the New York Jets.
Well, there is another quarterback that is also available.
They already
Really?
tried
You're
it.
gonna
They
do this
already
again?
tried it.
Really?
Oh, no, that one.
Oh,
that one, the opposite.
Okay, that he surprised
That's
us.
right.
I thought he was going.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought he was talking about Tim Tebow, and he was talking about the opposite of
Right,
Tim Tebow.
the opposite
Only
of-
thing they've got in common is they both stink.
But if that doesn't work, there's always Tim Tebow.
Okay.
Okay.
We mentioned that.
Right, that's what happens every now and then when I just start talking and he stops listening.
Coming up next on my son's TV show, we talk to Delaney Walker.
I didn't want to laugh because we was losing, but he came in there and he was just like, if you want to give it to him, just pull your pants down and give it to him. He just pulled his pants down and bent over.
My son's TV show is brought to you by Nissan, proud sponsor of college athletics. Joining us at the beach today is Delaney Walker.
He plays for the Titans. He's been with us before, and he's teamed up with Mothers Against Drunk Driving to spread the word about the importance of staying safe on the roads during the football season and all year round. One fan will win a tour with Uber as the hashtag DD during the special hashtag Dinner with Delaney. Go to mad.org to find out more. Let's talk to Delaney.
Delaney, I've read that you've got a weakness for Adele. I'm curious. Do you get emotional? Do you get sad? Like, how does that work when you're listening to her music?
I get emotional when I hear her music. It's pretty sad, but her voice, it speaks to you. It's hard to explain.
Well, hold on.
Hold on. Are you the type to be rolling in the deep yourself? Because I hear Adele and she sounds like every ex-girlfriend that I don't talk to anymore. Like, but it speaks to you.
Yeah, it's like you try to call them a day, you know, that one night you try to call them and they didn't pick up. It kind of go through your mind.
I usually try and soften up an interview subject. Your body language went real bad. You covered yourself up. Did I hit you in a vulnerable spot there? You didn't want to start with Adele and how your eyes sting when you listen to her music.
I didn't know you were starting with that. I thought you were just asking me something before we started, to be truthful.
We talked to Mike Singletary last week. He told us the story of dropping his pants in the locker room. You were in there. What did you think to yourself as all of that was happening?
I was just laughing. I didn't want him to see me laughing, but I was laughing. It was so funny, but it was. I didn't want to laugh because we was losing, but he came in there and he was just like, if you want to give it to him, just pull your pants down and give it to him. He just pulled his pants down and bent over. I wanted to laugh so bad.
He claims it was just long johns. He claims he wasn't hanging out, that it was just long johns.
He had his he had his boxers on. It was crazy. Like it shocked me to see Mike Singletary come down and pull his pants down and bend over.
How hard
Said-
was it to fight that laugh, right? Because
Well,
that's
he
your
lost.
boss on
Well,
top of
he
everything
lost,
else.
though. It sounds like he didn't fight the last. It sounds like you lost.
I tried to fight. I couldn't. I had to just put my head down and start laughing. And then as I looked to the side, I see about 10 people doing the exact same thing. It was so funny. I couldn't. It was like one of the best memories I ever had playing in the NFL.
I mean, it is. It is. It's tremendous. So what are you thinking to yourself when your teammates this year object to the length of Cam Newton's celebration here? Because they started all of this around Cam Newton. Your teammates didn't like the length of that celebration. What did you think to yourself as someone who enjoys his touchdowns?
You know what? Since they're my teammates, I'm gonna give you two answers. So since they're my teammates, and he played against us, I didn't. I was on their side. I was kind of upset that he ran around the whole stadium and got our crowds more pumped up than what we do, and throw footballs in the stand. I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of upset because our defense was upset about it. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, stop them. If you stop them, then you won't see any of that, and it's hard to stop the guy. So I mean, until someone stop him, that's what he's gonna keep doing.
Right, now, if it were Delaney Walker in the same situation, how much fun would you have had with that last dab after they tried to push him back 2 times? If it was you, the third one, the satisfaction that you would have had from that.
Handle what?
If you were Cam and these dudes are trying to come at you while you're celebrating, and then that last one.
I would have dabbed on him too. I would have hit him with the dab. He did exactly what he should have done. He didn't say nothing. He just laughed at him and then hit him with the dab. I thought it was funny. I looked at the jumbotron like, oh, he killed Avery.
Would you be kind enough for us to tell us your favorite or best, most memorable Jim Harbaugh story? Do you have a good one?
I actually do have a good one. So we lost one of our quarterbacks. Were hurt. And instead of signing a new quarterback, we couldn't find Jim Harbaugh. Usually he start the meetings off. He talks to us for a good 5 minutes. This day, they was like, well, something happened, something occurred. So we was like, okay, Jim Harbaugh will be here later. We go outside. We see a guy wearing a jersey. I think he had on number 3.
Yeah, of course.
Full pads, helmet, cleats on, out there playing quarterback. Like literally the whole day he played quarterback. He stretched with us, he ran with us, out there trying to throw bombs and stuff. And it was crazy to see that our head coach dressed up, full helmet, mouthpiece, pads, cleats, looking sloppy though. Like he looked like he played in the 80s. How he came out, he had the high Apex cleats on.
Well, was he any good still?
Oh, he was still good. He actually was throwing the ball perfect. I felt like he wanted to suit up that week.
Well, did he talk any trash? Because he strikes me as the type that might talk trash even while being intercepted.
He will. I think I'm not familiar. I'm not too sure. I think he did have an interception, and so he chased after the guy and really tried to tackle him. I'm like, what's wrong with Jim Harbaugh? And then one time he was trying to kick a field goal, but he tried to fake it. He was the placeholder, and
of course,
he tried to take off, and then he almost tore everything in his knees. It was terrible.
Delaney, my father wants to take a crack at you. Go ahead, Poppy.
Delaney, what is the funniest locker room prank you have seen?
The funniest prank I have seen?
In the locker room, yeah.
In the locker room, oh man, it's gonna have to be Trent Dilfer, what he did to Alex Smith. So Trent is, I'm gonna give you a few about Trent. So Trent comes in with a jock strap with fake hair. I don't know where this hair come from, and when you, as you tell, you drying off, he stands right in front of you and do the Captain Morgan. So that's
unpleasant. Yeah, unpleasant.
Yeah. And so that one, then one day I don't know, he got like a jar of ink and he put it in Alex's shoes. So we out at practice and we like Alex running around. We sitting there like, why is your cleats blue? He like, I don't know. So he come out. I'm talking about his whole foot was blue from ink. Putting it in Alex's shoe. Yeah, Trent is like the worst pranks. He pulled pranks on everybody. That's other stuff I can't really tell you, but yeah.
Thank you for being on with us, Delaney. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clearlander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Do you love this? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? I hear you. Your girl, is it true? You getting money? You think them dudes you with is with you? And I say, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Right. Right. All right. And I say, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Right. Right. All right. My son's TV show is brought to you by Nissan, proud sponsor of college athletics. Do you question the strength of Carmelo Anthony?
Oh, the Knicks, they lost to the Celtics. They're down to number 11 in the Eastern Conference, while the Celtics tied for third. Watch what happens here. Carmelo has Marcus Smart on the block.
Marcus Smart is strong. Oh, wait a minute. That's straight flopper.
Yes. He's one of the harder players in the NBA to like because he's always doing stuff like that.
Well, Melo had a wide open shot. Look where he hit the edge of the backboard there.
Wow, I really did lose sight of how bad a shot that actually was for Carmelo, given that he was wide open.
Do you question the effectiveness of this wake-up call?
What do we have? An actual wake-up call, an alarm, somebody waking someone up? Let's see. Or a metaphorical sports wake-up call. Oh, is he just going to spray? Oh, that seems hugely unhealthy. Oh, but effective. But effective.
I mean, it's effective when you wake up and then you inhale it and, shall we say, go back to sleep.
Oh, my God. How much of that are you going to spew? That seems unhealthy for our entire environment.
Well, I also feel as though if you didn't hear that big old truck pull up, this isn't going to be what wakes you up.
But how much does that have in the muffler? How much awful poison does that thing have?
Like, at some point, this has got to get hazardous to the driver.
Come on, man. We're not waking that dude up. We're killing him. That might be a murder charge.
I think that the guy is dead.
I don't know why that's so funny to you.
Wow, that seems hugely unpleasant.
Wow. Is that like a no fear brand? They still do that?
Well, Monty, has this person not been? How much has that dude had to drink?
Well, I say the scariest part about it is that he is that level of consciousness in the driver's seat. Now, is that toe painted or is that fungus?
Oh, no.
Time to play the game that sometimes has sudden outbursts. See? Or no?
Tell us what's on television tonight. We'll tell you.
Ah!
Intrigued.
Sorry.
On TV tonight, Jeopardy!
I'll always stop on this, but did you see what happened, Bomani, with this LSU guy? SEC, you got to know your conference better than this. Look at this.
College football for 1,000.
This old ball coach at Florida and South Carolina said, you know what FSU stands for? Free Shoes University. Man who's quoted there, Steve Spurrier. Now the last clue for 200 in college football. Breaking Herschel Walker's SEC rushing record helped Derrick Henry of this university win the 2015 Heisman Trophy.
Oh.
He was a star at the University of Alabama.
Oh, Bomani. Now, keep in mind, I'm as bad at the non-sports questions as he was at the sports questions, so I can't judge him that much. Bomani, are you intrigued?
I got bad news for you, young fella. Alex Trebek was silently judging the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Like, normally he makes it clear, but I assure you
Right.
he is questioning all kinds of things about you.
Boppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, if you don't know who Steve Spurrier is, maybe this will refresh your memory.
Oh, no. I know what this
What is it?
In the
Oh,
game,
come on,
that's right.
man. Come on. That's not going to help refresh anyone's memory.
On TBS tonight, Conan.
No, I feel like I watch late night television the way everyone does. The YouTube clips the next morning, the best stuff, where you condense it for me, like when you do this with Rob Gronkowski.
I was a security guy. I put a full suit on, tie. I went there like this, like act like back up, like you're too close, get your hands off him. I was just pretending like that, and we were just.
So you weren't supposed to strip. He was going to strip, and you were just going to be security.
Yes, I was security, and then every lady there was giving me shots. They were making me drink their beers, so I was participating. I was getting wasted on the side. Next thing you know, I was feeling good. They started cheering for me. I'm like, I'm good. Next thing you know, they kept cheering, so I kept getting, feeling it more. Next thing you know, I'm taking off my tie, I'm buttoning my shirt, taking my pants off. I'm in my boxers only, and I'm just giving these lap dances out to these ladies. And they're all from ages like 25 to like 45, and it was just hilarious. And next thing you know, I got ones thrown at me and everything. Made like $25.
Bomani, how is a road stadium not figured out to play just house music for him so that he false starts on plays the moment that they play the house music? Bomani, are you intrigued?
Bet you got more than $25 too, buddy.
Yes, I agree. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, he only made $25 on that deal. I'll show him how he can make more.
No.
You know?
Poppy, come on,
yeah,
man.
I'll show you how he can make more.
No, Poppy, no. No, Poppy! Poppy, don't do it! Poppy! No!
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you mañana. That's all we got. $3. You guys are cheap.
Oh, yeah, and I quit.
Yeah.